Hey, it's Loren Gold. I am on Game Changers with Vicki Abelson.
You are.
Guess who else is here?
Who?
Sophie.
Sophie's cute. Except Sophie's kind of, I don't know if people can see Sophie. Sophie's sort of blending into the chair.
She needs to be seen.
She's camouflaged. You have to show Sophie.
Where's the camera?
Because look, right there.
Should I lift her up?
Yeah.
Oh, she's not going to like that.
Sophie. Hi, Sophie. Oh.
She's blind.
She's so... Okay, so now you're going to play for us.
Okay.
Sophie, come sit with me while
She's
your
like,
daddy
why
plays.
did you disturb me?
She looks like a sheep.
I know, she does, right?
She does. Okay, so we are live. I'm seeing that we're live, and hopefully,
look at that.
So you guys, if you can't see us, if you can't hear us, let us. Facebook kind of messes with the feed.
All right.
So I just found the secret of the universe is that I can save this to my iPhone, and then I can post it on YouTube pure. So if Facebook messes with the feed, we'll still have a pure. We will have a pure as snow. Not like me, but we'll have a pure looking thing. So there we are, and there's Sophie. Hi, Sophie. She's very sweet.
I know.
Lauren has a gorgeous. I won't tell you where it is.
No.
I'll post the address later.
Don't tell me where it is.
It's gorgeous. A gorgeous home. You have incredible taste. You had help with this.
Yes.
Yeah, of course. You couldn't. Yeah, this is amazing. So this is quite a nice life you rock star have over here. Did you grow up in this? Did you have a nice life when you were little?
I had a nice little life in Palo Alto.
Oh.
Yeah, when I grew up, people didn't know what Palo Alto was. It wasn't the Palo Alto that is today.
Okay, so why were your parents in Palo Alto?
My dad was in the Silicon Valley computer science.
Well, so he was.
Yeah.
But it wasn't famous like it's become.
No, it wasn't.
But he was a pioneer?
He was.
Okay, so what did he do specifically?
So, on our checks, our regular checks that you get from the bank.
I haven't written a check in I don't know how long, but I remember there's a thing called a check.
There's a thing called, I don't have any either.
Yeah.
But there are these numbers on the checks.
Right.
So he was part of this group that built the machine that reads those checks. And then allows you to identify, you're depositing your check, Mr. Smith, thank you, because of this
What did
technology.
they do? What did they do before that?
I guess they just had to believe you.
That is so hard. That is so hard to believe. So wait. So
it looks like a Mr. Smith.
So what was your father's like? Was he a scientist? What was his
computer scientist?
Computer scientist. And so you lived in Silicon Valley, and what was it like growing up in Silicon Valley?
It just really, it was...
was it all techie people?
Kind of. It was getting that way.
And were you like a tech nerd?
Not really.
Was your father a musician?
He played. Everyone dabbled a little bit. My siblings.
Did he play piano?
Little piano, some violin. Ooh. He just loved music. There was always music going on in the house.
Like what kind of music did you grow up with?
The Beatles, The Who, Stevie Wonder.
And that was your dad's choice?
No, that was my brother's choice.
Okay, older brother?
Chicago, all just, older brothers. Mm-hmm. I had older brothers, much older.
Oh, okay, like me. Yes.
I didn't say that.
Yes, I'm saying it. My contemporaries, because we were the Chicago and all of that
Yeah,
stuff.
I love that stuff.
And the Who.
Yeah.
So
Stone, you know, the Kinks, all that great stuff.
I just went to on Saturday night the Wild Honey Foundation, which raises
Yes.
autism. So I was at the concert.
I wanted
They
to go
did
to
all
that.
the Kinks. It was
Yeah.
amazing.
Yeah,
It was amazing, and Terry Reid just slayed.
Great.
Yeah, he was
we just
great.
did a cruise ship with the Roger Daltrey band, and Dave Davies was on.
Okay, I'm sorry, but this is just wrong. I did the cruises. My husband was a stand-up comic, and he still is. And,
Oh, you're
and so
kidding.
we did a lot of those cruises, and it's just so wrong that the Who and that Roger Daltrey would be on
Well,
one of those cruises.
you know,
It's just kind
gotta
of
bring
wrong.
the rock.
Like, what kind of people are on? Is it like people like me that grew up with the Who?
Yeah,
Yeah.
hey, everyone had a great time.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Did you have a great time?
I did.
Okay, because I like, to me, cruising is like, people go on cruises and they gain weight because there's so much food,
Right.
but actually it's the best place to lose weight because there's all this fruit, there's a great gym.
I don't know about that.
Well, yeah, we used to use it as like a spa vacation because there's great gyms on all those cruise ships
Yeah.
and there's lots of healthy things to eat.
Yeah.
There's also all the other stuff, but cruising is pretty, because you're kind of trapped.
You're trapped.
You
Yeah.
can't really get away from
No,
the
you
fans.
can't. But
Does Roger he's not troubled by that?
no, he really actually has a great time. He loves it. You know, I think he's got a nice place, and you know, he
Was
comes
he-
out.
Was
for
he always,
shows? We
well,
were
I don't
only
know.
on the ship for 4 days,
okay, that's a
so it
good one.
wasn't that bad.
So Roger's good with fans and
Yes,
and
loves
all, and is that something that you think he always was, or is this something he's grown into?
God, I mean, I don't know. I
I
can't
can't
tell you much
imagine
about-
I can't imagine in the heyday that had to
Yeah.
be a pain in the ass.
I'm sure it was pretty crazy.
Yeah.
It's still crazy whenever they go anywhere.
Yeah. Okay, so you're part of that craziness. So for those of you, if you're tuning in now and don't know, Loren has been playing with the Who since 2012 and with Roger since
I feel
2009.
funny, just like stroking my dog. It's like, who is he? Who is
That's
that?
what he said. I don't know. I can't help it. Wait, let's get the iPad going because
Yeah,
we'll see
right.
if anybody's got anything to say. Pete,
Oh, it's Shasha Kapoor.
so,
Darling.
so, you know, it's not
This is
showing
my
up on
dog,
my iPad.
Sophie.
My dog. It's not showing up on my iPad. You're right, Pete. I don't know why it does weird things.
Does that mean we're not live?
No, we are, because look, people are giving us love
They're
over
giving
here.
us the finger.
They're giving us love. And are we good for sound, people? Tell us if how the sound is. 'Cause
Sounded good to me with the headphones on.
Kevin Walt just I got this fabulous blue Yeti,
I love Kevin.
and Kevin is the greatest.
And he's
Okay,
great.
so I met him with you actually.
Oh, you met him that
at
day?
NAMM.
Hi, Kevin.
And the reason, hi Kevin, and
Wherever
the
you
reason
are.
that I met you is because Pete introduced me to Sarah Nimitz and Snuffy Walden,
Ah,
who then came and played in my living room.
yes.
And then I went and saw them at NAMM, and that's how I met you. And so Pete, you're responsible for this whole thing.
Perfect.
So Pete, come over here and tell us. Pete's a
Thanks
stand-up.
a lot.
I'm
Yeah.
sorry. Pete's a stand-up comic who is the rock and roll stand-up comic. He plays guitar.
So, you know, I used to work at the Comedy Store.
Really?
Yeah.
I haven't gone up there.
I just got off the phone with Dom Herrera.
Oh,
Oh,
really? Yeah, I know that.
okay.
That's who I was just talking to.
Okay,
Oh,
I've known Dom.
Hi, Dom.
I've known Dom for 30 years.
Oh, you're
Dom
kidding.
was
I
there when
should've
my
said
son
hello.
was born, and he's really good friends with my
It's a
ex.
small world.
And yeah, it's a small world. They used to do stand up together in New York.
We're having dinner Tuesday night.
Nice.
I haven't seen Dom in a long time.
Fine.
Oh, I love Dom. So where are you gonna be, Pete?
Next week I will be at the Comic Strip in El Paso for 6 shows.
Fantastic.
All right, that's good.
Do you ever play the Comedy Store?
I don't, because I travel a lot and I do
Right.
some of the big, like the Hard Rocks and the House of Blues. and
Yeah.
Because you don't make money at the Comedy Store.
Yeah.
No.
So,
Definitely not.
yeah.
I mean, you don't need to do that because you do this other thing, but he does the
Yeah.
Yeah.
road thing.
I know he's my
I didn't
strat.
do comedy there, by the way. I just,
Okay,
Yeah,
so you-
right, I was gonna
just to
say.
say I'm not a comic.
Okay, so did you-
Let's
okay,
get that
so-
straight.
so
Yeah,
let's-
I'm not funny and I'm not a comic.
I don't know. I think you're kind of.
Yeah, I think so.
No.
Oh,
In an
so-
obnoxious way.
Oh,
No.
oh, okay, so let's so we're going back to Palo Alto. So you're a kid in Palo Alto.
Mhm.
You're
Should
not
I
really a techie. Yeah, I don't know. You
It's
can.
up to you.
The only thing is when we talk to you, then we both have to go like this.
Okay.
So maybe it's
I'm
better
gonna
if
go
you.
over
Yeah, maybe it's better if you're up there so we can
Nice
talk
to
to
meet
you.
You too.
So you're growing up in Palo Alto, and what's the first thing you want to be when you grow up?
An eye doctor.
Okay, now stop that. Now, why would you want to be an eye doctor?
Because I was a little kid and I was just like, ooh, look at the eye. It's so cool. I want to be an eye doctor.
That
We used
is-
to go to medical school. Nah, I don't want to be an eye doctor.
Were you a good student?
No,
No.
no.
Did you-
I love music. It was always music.
It was?
Yeah.
It was so how, did you ask to start playing or were you told you had to take lessons?
So my mom put me in piano lessons.
How
at
old?
6.
Okay.
Yeah, but it's this big room with I don't know, a bunch of kids.
Oh,
We all had a little piano,
oh,
and there was a teacher at the front. Yeah.
oh wow. I
That's
don't
all I
know
remember.
anybody-
I have this little visual of that. I don't know what we did or.
I don't know anybody who took group piano lessons. That's interesting.
Yeah, right?
That's interesting.
Yamaha piano lessons.
And so,
I think it was Yamaha.
did you instantly like have the thing? You did.
The thing.
I mean, did you?
the ability.
Did you? Were you reading music really young? Did you play
Yeah.
by ear really young?
Yeah, but like anyone else that would start piano lessons.
Yeah.
You know, I read I've come across those old books and it's very basic, very simple.
Okay.
Books are still out there today.
And so what? So these are very silly
that
glasses.
anywhere.
These are very silly
I
glasses.
like those.
Thank you. They're very silly glasses. So when did it start becoming like, okay, this is what I want to do?
Rubber Soul.
Okay, but Rubber Soul was out way before
Well,
you got
no,
to
of
it.
course. But like I said, older brothers, this stuff was just sitting around. And I just heard that record and I was like,
It's my favorite Beatle album.
yeah, me too.
Yeah.
I was like,
Hmm.
I just got this feeling through me. I'm like, fuck, sorry, I have to do this.
No, I have the foulest mouth.
Oh, okay,
I have,
fine.
yeah. Fuck is, we do that quite often.
Shit, I said fuck.
Yeah.
Fuck, I said shit.
So Rubber Soul turned you on.
Yeah, that was really the big one.
And how old were you when you decided, like, I'm doing this, I want to do this?
It was teen years, early.
Were you playing in bands when you were a kid?
Yeah, high school band, all that. Yeah.
And so was it about getting girls? Was it about
No,
the music?
it was
just
all about the music.
Wow.
It wasn't like, I'm gonna go rock and get a lot of girls. No, I was literally just, I love the music.
Okay, so
I
there
love- this
really
is what I wanted to
wasn't a lot of piano and Beatles stuff, although Paul played.
Right.
But so who impacted you when you were like when you were a kid?
Yeah,
Who did you watch and like I want to do that?
Paul was a big one.
Yeah.
It was Paul.
Wow.
And then slowly became, Billy Joel and Elton John and Stevie Wonder. And these incredible, like we all know, these artists and these songs.
The songs are. And do you write songs?
I do.
Okay, so what's
I collaborate a lot.
Like-
I write with a lot
like
of different
who?
people.
Who do you write with?
Well, there was a guy that I worked with for many years.
Okay, now I read that you wrote the song that Taylor Hicks.
I did. That
His
was
first
with my
single.
friend that I'm referring to. Yeah,
Okay,
that was fun.
we were Taylor Hicks. We were team Taylor Hicks.
Were you?
We were-
Soul Patrol?
I became totally an American Idol because I have kids. So when you have kids, you watch what your kids watch.
Yeah,
So I missed the first season when Kelly won because
yeah.
I was too cool for American Idol, but then I was totally hooked. So I watched all the years with, and you played with like every American Idol.
No, I did not.
You played with a lot. Like, okay, you played with Kelly Clarkson.
Well, we went on tour I was with Mandy Moore and we went on tour with Kelly.
Okay, so you
Yeah.
went on tour with Kelly.
Mhm.
You played with Jordan Sparks, I read.
I
Is that-
did some
I'm-
consulting for her.
Okay,
Yeah.
with Taylor
I was
Hicks.
going through my resume.
Well, I am. Because I'm looking at your resume. So I told this story quickly in the ID, but so I'm at my physical therapy on Monday, and they always ask me who I'm going to interview. They never know anybody that I say, pretty much.
Right.
And so I said, I'm interviewing the keyboard player from The Who. And they were like, who? I was like, you don't know who The Who are you? Now, that's just wrong.
It's funny, I come across people, young kids, and they're like, who? And I mentioned CSI or something, and they're like, oh, I like that band.
CSI? The music's on CSI?
Yeah.
Is
So
it
it's,
really?
apparently, yeah.
Wow, I didn't even know
Yeah,
that.
just whole nother generation knew who was through those songs, through that show.
That's just scary right there. But I mean, like, my kids know
Right.
the Beatles. They know The Who. They know Led Zeppelin. Because
You raised them on it.
yeah, of course. And so when kids don't know that stuff, but then as soon as I mentioned all your American Idols, and then of course they, oh wow, that's really cool. So there's.
Yeah, Taylor was fun.
Was
that song we wrote was great.
We went
He
actually.
wanted a throwback because he was like a Hall & Oates, Doobie Brothers. He was like a throwback, and
He was.
his manager said, "I need a song that's kind of, throwback to that period." So I just sat down at the keyboard at my Rhodes, and I just like the whole thing, the music and the melody, the whole melody just came out in one pass. And
How
my
often
friend,
does that happen?
Never. And then my friend, who was this amazing lyricist,
Mhm.
he wrote the lyrics, and boom, it was like that was his first song on the record.
Wow.
Yeah, that was really great.
That's really cool.
That was fun.
What's Taylor doing these days? Do you know?
I think he still performs.
I hope so.
Yeah.
He was such a strange character because he looked so much older than his years because he had the white hair.
Yeah.
And he also just had that style that
He's a great singer.
yeah, he totally is.
Yeah.
So okay, but you didn't start there. From what I read, you started with Hilary Duff. Was your first big gig?
One of the big ones.
Okay, so before we get to your big gigs, so you're playing in bands in high school.
Yeah.
Are you guys you're gigging?
We're gigging.
Like, are you making money gigging?
No.
Or no.
We're playing parties. I mean, first high school band, we're playing parties and playing,
Dances, that kind of thing.
Exactly.
Okay, so you're doing that. The guys that you're playing with then, do you still know those guys?
I do. We're still friends, but they're not. None of them are playing music anymore. But
So-
that was fun though, because you get a taste of like reaction. People like you're cheering you on, and you get a little live buzz, and that was fun.
Well, that's fun. And you sing also. So did you ever sing lead? So you were the guy.
Yeah, we had a lead singer.
Mm-hmm.
I wasn't going to carry all that and play keyboards back then.
Mm-hmm. Okay, so now you're doing that in high school.
Yeah.
College?
I went to college a little bit, but at that point, I just went for a little bit, and I'm like, I'm moving to LA. And then I had a band, so there was a high school band, and then there was an original band up in the Bay Area.
Oh, so you're doing covers with your high school band? Well, of course you are.
Of course.
Of course.
Yeah. No, we're
So
not
what stuff were you playing?
Oh, God, we're playing... Well, if I tell you, then you know how old I am. We're playing Britney Spears and Taylor Swift.
I noticed that there was no age on your Wikipedia, and I think Stuffy asked me, look on it. I said, how old is Loren? He said, look on his wiki. I said, it's not on his
not there.
And I said, that's
we
really...
need to fix that.
I said, no. I said, that's really smart. I said, when you're a rock and roller,
Someone's going to put it up there, I'm sure.
No, when you're a rock and roller, you don't.
Anyways, we're playing the hits of today.
The hits of today.
Right.
Okay, you were playing the hits. So, like AM hits of today, or were you like FM band?
Yeah, FM.
FM band. Okay. So then you didn't.
What's AM?
I'm old.
Jeez.
There was AM and FM.
You are old.
I know. There was A.
And
Did you?
And 8-tracks.
No, I didn't A-track. I went right to the cassette. But I was vinyl. I mean, that's how old I am. We were vinyl. And,
Oh, I love vinyls. I mean, the White Album is all vinyl. All those albums, it was all, my brothers just had vinyl. Oh, I loved it. Warm Out.
Yeah, I wore them out too.
Yeah.
And The Who, Live at Leeds.
Oh, great.
Oh my God, that was
Who's
one of the
next?
first albums. I had all of them. Yeah. So were you a Who fan when you were?
Oh yeah. Who, Kinks, Stones. I know.
Yeah.
Kinks,
all of
I love them.
Yeah. So now you're not really going to college.
Not
Are
really.
you making a living as a musician at that point? What are you doing?
No, so let me think about that. So I moved, after that I moved down to LA with my band, my original band, and I just took a day job.
Like what?
Messenger service.
I love that so much.
Hi, can I help you? They're in the city.
Okay. So a messenger service. Are you playing music at night?
Yeah. We were playing at night.
So where were you playing?
Like the Roxy and the Whiskey and all that.
And what kind of band is that?
Original.
What kind of music are you playing?
Rock.
Rock.
Yeah.
So, okay, rock is a lot of things.
Yeah.
So if you had to liken it to something.
See, she's trying to reel me in.
No, I'm not going for your
It's
age.
fine.
I'm just going like genre kind of stuff, like what? Because rock can be hard rock can be rock and roll.
Yeah, no, it was like a Bon Jovi kind of like power keyboards,
Yeah.
It was that kind of
Did you have hair?
I had hair.
You had hair.
It was longer than this.
Yeah. You did some hair.
Yeah.
Okay. So I was a rock promoter back then in New York.
Oh, you're kidding?
Yeah, in the 80s.
All right.
The 80s and 90s. That's before your time too.
I've heard about those days.
You've heard about those days.
Yeah.
So, okay, so you're doing that. You're playing the clubs. When does this break for you? How does this break?
Well, the band broke up.
Of course.
That broke, of course. Always.
Yeah. Was it over a girl?
No, it was over. We got rid of our singer, and then
Okay, what is that? Like, we got rid of our singer. Why was that?
he
wasn't good?
it wasn't working out.
we won't diss the singer.
No.
We don't even know the name of the band.
See, that's
so
the beauty of things.
yeah,
I could say anything.
That's
right.
right. Nobody knows what
Yeah.
era it is.
I
Nobody
know.
knows the name of the band.
Isn't that great?
It's wonderful.
It's a
we
fun
can say
game.
anything.
I know. We don't know the name of the band, what year,
Yeah,
what the singer's
so
name is.
there you go. So you can say
Man of
anything you want.
mystery.
So man of international man of
That's
mystery.
right.
You are, because you travel.
You're right.
Um,
Anyway, so the band broke up. I moved back to the Bay Area, and then I was like,
okay, why'd you move back to the Bay Area?
I think the band broke up, and I was done. I was like,
Oh,
basically done with that band. I'm like,
Oh, okay.
I don't know anybody here. I'm just gonna go home for a while.
okay.
And then I went home, and then I met a girl, and we moved back. Then I moved back to LA with her, and I've been here ever since.
Okay, so when you first come back to LA, new band?
No band.
No band.
No band.
How are you playing? What are you doing?
So I played. I'm trying to think the timeline. I may be a little off here, but I played at a restaurant, so a piano,
Okay, so everybody
which
was
is actually
talking
a lot
about
of fun.
everybody was talking about the Great American. What's the name of it? Somebody was talking about this.
Great American Music Hall.
It was a restaurant that everybody in LA used to play at years ago,
Oh,
and
I don't know.
like rockers used to play there, and
I don't know if I know this.
yeah, and I can't. And 3 people have talked to me about it in the last week, and I'm not getting the name of it right. And somebody just said it to me 2 days ago, and a bunch of musicians started there and met each other there, and yeah, I used to play. All right, it'll come to me before the end of the show, maybe. So you were playing where, in a restaurant?
At a restaurant.
And so you're playing like piano
I'm
bar
playing
kind of stuff?
Piano bar, but they like play whatever you want, and they loved it. So I was playing all the songs I loved.
Were you?
But then I would do requests and do some standards every now
And
and
people
then.
are putting money in
Yeah.
their jar?
It was great, and it really just helped me with my chops. And it was a lot of fun.
So you're singing that. So are you doing like standards also? Or you?
Not a lot. I was doing some. I would
Uh-huh.
take requests.
Mhm.
Take out the fake book.
I heard you write music books as well. I mean,
I
instructional
have a
books.
couple books with
Okay.
Alfred Music.
Okay,
Yeah.
so tell us about the instructional books, because that's really great. We have a lot of musicians that watch.
Do you?
Pete, who's watching? Anybody watching that we should know? Any musicians watching?
It's not coming up now. There were some people on here though.
Did you?
Okay,
Yeah.
well, I'm getting them, but I'm looking really fast, and I'm okay. We'll see. We get some musicians happening there.
Oh, good.
So
Yeah, 2 books with Alfred Music. So they're instructional books. There's licks. There's a bunch of. So there's one. There's one book on the blues, and
Uh-huh.
one book on rock piano, all piano, rock piano, blues piano.
okay,
so
so
I
now
take like 12 to 15 different examples, mirroring different artists. Like here's a Stevie Wonder type piece, just like an original type of thing, and I'll break it all down.
wow.
There's a Ray Charles type piece, and I break it all down. So I did 2 books long, and I brought in great musician friends, and we played the tracks.
Okay, so now we talk books.
Yeah.
We're talking physical books that you hold in your
Physical
hand.
books that you hold in your hand.
Okay, but now you're saying you play the tracks.
Yeah, so you can, when you buy the book, you get a link to the tracks, and you can download them, and you can like play with
That's what I'm
the
hoping
instrument.
for.
You can like, I just want to hear Loren. I just want to hear the band,
Oh wow!
so I can play to the band. Yeah, it's pretty cool.
So that they can take you out and
Yeah.
they can play with the
I
band.
don't know why you would do that.
Also, that they can play with the band. So that's
Exactly.
very cool.
Yeah, you listen to mine, and then you mute me, and then you play with them.
So it's not on YouTube. They're not going to find them on YouTube. They're
No.
not going to find them. They have to have the link by buying the book.
Yeah, you buy the book at Amazon.
Okay, so what's it called? What are they called?
Sitting in, like sitting in,
Yeah.
rock piano, sitting in, blues piano. Under my name.
Did you play with Kenny Loggins?
I did.
Okay, Sitting In. Loggins and Messina.
Yes.
Sitting In album. Loggins and Messina. Great
That's
album.
great.
Yeah. Okay, so that's good to know that people can play with you.
You can.
They can play with Loren.
We have a comment.
Okay, what is it?
You want to know who it's from?
Yeah.
Larry Kingery says, when I was a kid, I played a pretty mean accordion.
Ooh.
So there you go.
Okay, so
Come on down.
What we got? I see him
I
playing
love
the
the
accordion.
accordion.
And by the way, I do see my hips in the shot, Pete. So you're dead. My hips are. So we're gonna just keep this here.
I took it off a wide angle.
Because Selena. So no, that was not Selena who sang. Who did the My Hips Don't Lie?
My hips don't lie.
Oh, what's her name? The Spanish singer who sang My Hips Don't Lie. Oh, come on.
Oh,
She was a judge on The Voice. This is so bad that we are so old that we can't come up with
Rita
this.
Moreno?
Oh. Come on.
Rita
My
Moreno?
Hips Don't Lie. How do you guys not know this? You're upsetting me.
Charo? Charo?
No,
We both said the
no,
same
she's young. Oh.
Charles young.
Well,
Char just lost her husband, actually.
Yeah.
Oh, no.
That was really sad. And this still isn't working. I don't know what's going on here. Nah, Pete, you're gonna have to tell us if people have questions.
I love this game. I just throw out random names of people.
Now, what's her name? She does like the. Oh my god. Do you
she
really
was
not
a
know the
presenter
song?
on the Academy Awards,
Will
too.
you please
Susanna
look on your
Hoffs.
no? Will you please look on your phone? My hips don't lie. I'm telling you, she is so famous. Somebody
Cher.
tell
I know
us
who
who
you-
that is. Nobody's saying
Madonna.
No, it's not Madonna. Although Madonna and
Oh, I know who you mean.
who?
I'll tell you later.
Yeah.
It's Shakira.
Shakira.
I was going to say that.
Come on.
Yeah.
That's and nobody
That's
there
right,
is
and
telling
nobody-
us
no.
either.
Charo.
Charles.
Charo. So, we're generationally
How do we
showing
both
our-
pull that name
I don't know at the
at
same
the
time.
same time?
We're the same age.
It's so random.
No.
No, we're not.
No, I know.
You're so not the
I'm
same.
at least
age.
20 years younger than
At least.
So Pete, I want you to I want you to raise the camera. I'm like fixing so that you can't see my hips. You lied. You said you weren't gonna show my hips.
Someone
Show
said,
me.
hi Lauren, it's Lauren. We met at the Grab Guts show. I said Grab
What?
Nuts.
the
Grab Guts.
Grab nuts.
Now we're changing our name.
Right.
Grab Nuts.
Changing my name to Charo.
Larry's
Lauren.
got a lot to say. Hi Peg.
Grab
Hi
Nuts.
Penny.
That's brilliant. You
Oh,
are
another
funny.
friend of mine. There's 3 Lorens watching. Hi, Lauren Uzinski. I have another friend, Lauren.
Really?
There are 3 Lorens on here right now. Male Lorens. Okay, so how do you get your
Really?
name? Yeah.
My parents named me Lauren.
But I mean, are you named after somebody?
No. My grandfather was Lawrence, so it was close.
Okay, did you
My
have,
parents liked the name.
and did you take any shit when you were a kid for having a name like Lauren?
Not really.
That's really good.
Yeah.
Okay.
You would get, isn't that a girl's name?
Well,
I would get
that's-
that.
Well, that's what I'm thinking.
Yeah, but no one,
No,
no one really accused
You
me
grew up
of
in
it.
Silicon Valley. Everyone's very
Yeah.
sophisticated and
Isn't that a girl's name?
Okay, so you come
Everyone's
back.
British.
so you-
Silicon Valley.
So like the Queen.
So you
Right.
you come back to, but obviously everybody sort of has some money. You're not exactly growing up in poverty in Silicon Valley. Everybody's kind of
It was just fine.
yeah.
Yeah, it wasn't
Cool.
like Atherton or certain areas, yeah.
Okay.
But it wasn't East Palo Alto, which was trouble
Oh, really?
at the time, yeah.
How were your parents about the fact that you weren't going to college and that you were doing music?
They were really supportive. I'm really lucky. I know.
How about your brothers? What do they do? What do they do?
They work in Silicon Valley.
They work as all of them. How many are there?
I have one brother and one sister.
A brother and sister, and they both work in Silicon Valley.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
And they're much older.
They're much older, and I'm the one that decided to keep playing music and moved to LA.
I wonder
They just
if
stayed in Palo Alto, and I took off.
I wonder if you, because you were the baby, you got away with that. I wonder if it would have been as easy for them to have made that choice.
Yeah, maybe not.
Yeah. Things get laxer as the years go on, I think, with parenting. I'm a what do they call me? They call me an elder parent because I had my kids older. So all the other moms were very young. And
Sophie, you okay?
Aw. Okay, so you come back to LA and so you're doing a piano bar, how do you break?
I got a call about, someone called me about an audition. First was for, remember Tiffany, the singer?
My friend Louie used to play drums with Tiffany.
Yeah.
Louie Bell. He passed.
So this was, I'm sorry.
No,
So this
I'm
was-
wrong. He played with Debbie Gibson, but no.
I'm sorry, he didn't pass.
No, he did pass, but he played with Debbie Gibson. I wrote all those people.
Debbie Gibson, yeah.
He might have played with Tiffany also.
I played with Tiffany on the, like, she's trying to make a comeback tour and all that stuff.
Right, you were too young to play with Tiffany
Yes.
the first time. Well, yes.
Damn straight.
My friend played guitar with Tiffany too for a long time.
There you go.
Chuck Yamick.
Who's
Chuck
that?
Yamick?
Who?
Chuck Yamick.
Okay.
Yeah.
But that was the first time around, right?
Yeah.
The first time around. Lauren's too young for the first time
Yeah.
around. Way too young. So, okay, so you get a call to play with Tiffany?
Yeah, so we went out on tour, and then somehow that led to someone calling me for a Hilary Duff gig.
Oh, wait, stop a second. You go out on your first tour.
Yeah,
Okay.
Yeah.
What is that? What kind of venues are you playing?
colleges.
Okay.
Good crowds, actually.
Yeah, college
People
kids.
like, college kids outside, I mean, they're rowdy, they're just, loving it.
And that's a bigger venue than you've played to date, I'm assuming?
Yes,
More or less?
pretty much, those were bigger shows, yeah.
Okay, so playing your first...
Yeah, we played the Rose Bowl. That was we were like one of the earlier slots for one of these, what do they call those days?
Oh, when you
Kiss
have...
FM, the big
Right, like
Jingle Ball.
Okay.
Yeah, so we're, so
One
that
of
was
the
my
early
first
bands?
taste of, playing in a stadium. That
And
was
so what was that like?
It
the
was
first-
a rush. I kind of froze a little bit. I'm like, oh yeah, I gotta play these chords. I was just like staring out in the crowd, like, look at all those people. Oh right.
Like which you've done so much of since, but
Yeah.
that beginning had to
At
be
first it was
crazy.
a rush.
But doing it with Tiffany is not quite the same as doing it with the Who, I
No,
would
it's
imagine. Okay,
Yeah.
so you start out with Tiffany and then you get a call. Okay, for those of you, if you haven't listened to Lauren's music, I'm going to put up a bunch of links. I've been listening to your music all week, and you're quite extraordinary. You're very special,
No,
and
God
and,
bless
and
you.
you have a very unique to you. I was listening to you do a bunch of covers, and you don't do, I can tell when it's you playing now.
Oh, okay.
So that's a really cool thing, because that doesn't always happen. So Hilary Duff, you get a call for, now my daughter
Yeah.
watched Lizzie McGuire, I mean, we did the
Right.
whole Hilary Duff thing. She was huge.
You know what's funny? When I got the call, I didn't know who Hilary Duff was.
Of course, you didn't have a girl.
Yeah, so I
Yeah.
was like, oh, that singer Duff? Remember there was
Oh.
that singer, like,
Yeah, who
was it
was
just
Duff?
Duff or
He-
Duffy or not Duffy? It
No.
was it was some Duff,
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
She was pretty big, pretty famous.
Yeah, there was a Duff. But
There was a Duff.
Hilary Duff, if you had a kid, was huge.
Oh my God.
Like, well, you know
I
better
didn't
than
know it
me.
was around the world for a few years.
Okay,
Hysteria,
so now,
shrieking.
okay, so now I took my daughter to a concert. Literally
Yeah.
could not hear one,
Deafening.
nothing.
No.
Nothing.
I
Couldn't
know.
hear a note.
I know.
Just the whole arena was screaming.
Yeah. I
So
know.
now the money, the whole thing, that's all great.
Yeah.
Do you feel weird that you're going out with Hilary Duff, or is it
No.
fun?
Oh, loved
just
it. Had a great time.
that's so cool.
Yeah.
So what kind of music? I don't remember her music. What kind of music are you doing?
We're doing pop music. How would you describe it?
I can't remember any Hilary Duff songs. Did she have any hits?
She did.
She must have.
So the first hit, oh my God,
Yeah.
So Yesterday.
I remember that song
Yeah,
because
that was the big-
my
that was the
daughter
first
used to
big
listen.
hit.
Oh wow.
So,
Yes. Yeah, I remember that
great,
song.
well-crafted songs,
Mhm.
great songwriting.
So and what was Hilary like? How
Oh, she's so sweet.
she's a teenager?
She was just turning 16 when I started with her.
Oh wow.
Yeah, she was 15 and a half.
And so she's got to do school while she's
Yep. Doing her studies out on the road.
so you're working on that, and then you're touring the world with her?
Yeah. We went overseas, Japan, Australia, States.
Okay, so now
London.
what's that like for you the first time you're doing that?
It was a trip. It's like, you have this great job and you're visiting all these, these countries you've always wanted to go to.
And so now you're doing it, and so are the girls, like, I'm sure they mob Hilary.
Oh yeah.
Once they get wind of who you are,
Yeah, they'll take an autograph from anyone, in that line of fire. You play with Hillary? Yeah,
so you're getting off the
It was
plane,
crazy.
and like people are going to airports and
all that. People, they would follow us the bus. Like the mothers would drive their kids, like chase the tour bus. And then so you get up to they're there in the lobby. They want to, they want to meet Hilary.
And so.
And then once she left, like, okay, the band's here. We'll talk to them.
So now, is Hilary? Is she grounded? Is she a pop star?
She was a pop star, but totally grounded. Her
Nice.
mom really did a good job, and
You were with her
she
a
was
long
really
time.
down to earth. Yeah,
So you watched her kind of grow up.
really did. Yeah, I mean, I mean, 16. I was there for a few years, so a little bit.
So you're
Yeah.
playing with Hilary, and you're playing pop music.
That's right.
Are you writing your own stuff?
Little bit, not so much. I'm really just out on the road.
You're living the life.
I'm living the life, having a good time, and seeing the countries and having fun.
And having fun is a good thing.
Yeah.
And you're still young yourself, so
Okay,
we got another one. Hello, come on, you want to come here? What's?
That's Penny.
Hi, Penny.
She's deaf.
Penny Steph. So Penny can't hear me do that.
Penny.
Okay, so
She can see you. She's very happy.
hi, Shelley Cole. Okay, so did you ever hear the Mod Squad?
Sure.
Okay,
I've
so
heard about it.
Michael's wife is watching.
Really?
Michael Cole was Pete on the Mod Squad, and
Love the
too
Mod
cool
Squad.
for words. Yeah,
Wow.
and so
That's very cool.
yeah, too cool.
I love all those shows. Those old shows.
Pretty great. The music was pretty great too. Da-da-da-da-da. They had a great
So
theme
good.
song on the Mod Squad.
Yeah.
So you're playing with Hilary. Why do you stop playing with Hilary? Did she stop touring? What
I
happened?
got asked to do Taylor Hicks.
Okay, so now had you ever watched American Idol? Did you know from American Idol?
So I didn't watch American Idol, but every now and then I would just like, who's this guy? And I didn't.
You had an awareness.
I had no wear. Like I would see little clips and saw Taylor on there, and I think the year he was on.
I'm
I
trying
want
to
to say
think.
2007.
Who else was on that
I
year?
want to say it was Carrie Underwood. And is that not right? I think
That's not right, because she won her year, and she was on the year with Daltrey and.
Oh, she won here. You're right.
Yeah. So Taylor, I think Taylor was before Carrie Underwood. Ooh, maybe the year after.
Year
Carrie.
after.
He was the year
That's
after
what I'm
Carrie
thinking, because
Underwood.
I went to an American Idol rehearsal and Carrie Underwood was there, and the other guy who sang the Queen song.
Constantine
Yes.
Maroulis, he did this show.
Did he?
Yeah,
so
Constantine's
he's
great.
a great singer.
Mm-hmm.
So it must have been. I don't know.
I heard you do a Queen cover. I watched.
Oh,
you
you
do
see
a-
that?
That's a great video.
Thanks.
That's a great video. How'd you feel about Bohemian Rhapsody?
I thought it was fantastic.
So did
I
I.
loved every minute of that film. And he's amazing.
He is amazing, and the guy who played Brian May, forget about it.
It was Brian May,
I
right?
thought it was him. I
Yeah.
said, what are they doing? They're
He's
doing.
more Brian May than Brian May.
He is. I mean, he was. And you know that none of those guys. I went and saw a Q&A with them
Yeah.
after a screening. None of them played any instruments before doing that movie. That guy
That's
who
amazing.
played Brian May had never
You're
played
kidding.
guitar.
No.
No.
Really?
And Raimi had not played any piano. And the first thing, he opened up the script
Mm-hmm.
and it said, playing backwards and upside down, that scene where he has to do that. And he didn't even know how to play, right side up. It's amazing. The drummer had never played. The only guy who had played, the bass player, was a guitar player, but he had never played bass.
Got
But
it.
they all just,
I didn't know that.
it
was
makes
so,
it even more
It was
extraordinary.
so good. I know there's some, people say, oh, it's not that accurate. Like, I was entertained.
Okay, so
I
now
loved
you're
it.
a keyboard player.
Yeah,
Did it bother you? Did what he was doing, was it okay with you?
absolutely fine. I love the movie. I don't go in there and critique that like that.
Okay, so you know what the first thing
It's
they
not a
filmed was?
documentary,
Right.
right?
But it kind of looked it when they did Live Aid. That kind of looked like a
I
documentary.
thought
to
that
me.
was shot so well.
Okay, you know what? That's the first thing they shot.
I heard that.
That was
Yeah,
the
I know.
first thing they shot. That's craziness
Crazy,
right
right?
there.
Love
How
it.
brilliant.
I
On
love
a
it.
runway yet. It
Huh?
was on a runway.
Is that right?
Yeah, there was
Is that
nothing
true?
in front of it except runway. Just the
Really?
stage.
Wow.
Yeah.
You know, it was interesting how they did it too, because there were 3 groups of people
Yeah.
that they would go to for the close-ups. You know, they could do that mass thing, but then I noticed they were going back to these same 3 groups of people. That was the
Yeah.
only way I could tell that it wasn't real, because it was just
Yeah.
amazing what they did.
And I just loved all music.
It was amazing.
There was so much music in there, you know.
It was fantastic.
Anyways,
It was brilliant. Have you done music for film? Do I know this? I don't think I know the answer to this.
I've written a bunch of songs that have been in films, but I haven't done like much scoring or anything like that.
Okay, so what have you done that's been in film?
There was a movie called Band Slam that was on. It was a Walden Media film, and my songwriting partner and I had a song in there.
Nice.
And some other things.
But now, okay, so now you did
Spielberg hasn't called yet.
Well, those,
Maybe after this.
maybe after, you never. There's actually a lot of industry
You'll be
people
lost
who I have a lot of, yeah.
I-
Yeah, so you never know
You
who's
never
going to
know.
watch and who you're going to get a call from.
I'm-
Actually, Burt Young did the show 2 weeks ago, and he got a call and he just got a little independent feature.
See, there you go.
Yeah, from
That's great.
because Eliza Roberts, Eric's wife, was watching and she cast him.
Isn't that great?
So you don't know who. You just don't know.
Hey, I'm here.
And they might need they might need a score for that.
I'm ready.
So there you go, Eliza. Lauren's available.
I'm available.
So I saw that you
Until
did.
4:45.
You were Dancing with the Stars. Did you?
I did that tour.
Okay. Oh, the tour.
I did the tour.
Oh.
Yeah, so after, I didn't play on the TV show.
Okay, because Tom Bergeron's a good friend of mine. So.
No.
All right. So you did
Never
the
met him.
tour.
I did the tour with all the winners. Or not all the winners. I think it was everyone.
It was
I think they
everybody.
took everybody.
Oh wow.
Marley Matlin and who else was on? A bunch of people.
Oh, and really?
Yeah.
So what was that like?
It was great because the band was like a bunch of friends
Oh, nice.
and great musicians and yeah, it's a really good tour actually. We've been playing arenas and you're traveling the country.
So the music was good then?
Yeah.
Because on the actual show, I don't know, I have a little bit of a problem.
I never watched the show.
Yeah, I have a problem with the
Yeah.
music on the show. The live
Okay.
music, it's a little.
Is it?
Yeah, for me.
Okay.
And wait, there was another one that you did. Another TV show tour besides Dancing with the
That
Stars.
was the only tour I did. I did a show in Vegas for
Oh wait,
America's
no,
Got Talent.
America's Got Talent.
Yeah,
That's
that
what I
was- I
saw. Okay.
That was in Las Vegas.
So you're playing with. So somebody says, "Okay, I'm going to sing a Carrie Underwood song," and you are the band that plays the song.
I'm part of the band that plays these songs, yeah.
Okay, what was that
We did
gig
a
like?
Queen song on that Dance with the Stars tour, which was so much fun.
Wow.
Don't
So,
Stop Me Now.
is that the one that
Which
I saw
is
the
probably-
video? I think that's. Is that
I
the
didn't
one?
do that one.
Okay, which one did I
Which is
see you
probably
do?
my favorite Queen song.
It's a pretty great song.
Yeah. Well, I don't know if that's more just a Freddie song, but.
What's the song that I saw the video of today? It was fantastic. And of course, now I
Oh,
can't
Crazy Little
remember.
Thing Called Love, and then
Yeah.
I did a middle break of Bicycle Race. Is it Bicycle Race? Yes,
Okay.
Bicycle Race.
Okay, so you're doing the Hilary Duff thing. You get a call to do Taylor Hicks.
That's right.
What's working with now? Taylor's the American Idol champ, so I'm imagining that's craziness.
Crazy. We'd get out of a cab, and it was like, not like you would be like mobbed, but people would just like, instantly recognizable.
Well, and he's got that hair too.
He's
so
got the hair, so I mean, and that show was really popular.
the
then.
show was huge.
Yeah, so
How long you with Taylor?
3 years.
Oh wow!
Yeah,
Traveling the world also, or is it just where?
U.S.
Okay.
Yeah, we never went across the pond.
And so, what kind of venues are you doing with Taylor?
Started off sheds, right? Like outdoor, that's what we call them. Like
I've never heard that term before.
that term.
Yeah, I never heard of sheds.
So outdoor amphitheaters.
So like,
You know,
like
they-
the Hollywood Bowl kind of thing?
Yeah, not that big.
Okay.
Like
the Greek? Okay.
Like the Greek.
Mhm.
I'm trying to. I always.
So it's
That's
like
it.
a summer thing?
Yeah, it was like a summer thing, and then we started doing, and then theaters. You know, a lot of theaters. Yeah.
Did you do the Beacon in New York? I'm sure you've played the Beacon with somebody in
I
your
think we
career.
did do the Beacon.
Mm-hmm.
Did the Beacon.
Yeah, the Beacon is a great
Yeah.
venue.
Yeah,
I
I
used
saw
to
the Allman Brothers
be a-
there with Taylor. We went on a day off, and I think we must have been playing like the night before or something there.
Nice.
I know.
Yeah, there was a club called the China Club right next door.
Sure.
Back in the day, I used to be a promoter at the China Club, and
Okay.
and the Beacon. Yeah, the Beacon's pretty great. So
Yeah.
so how about some favorite venues that you've played?
With just in general.
We'll get back to the lineage
Right.
of your career, but like favorite venues that you've played.
Albert Hall. I know.
With the Who?
Yeah.
Of course.
Yeah. That was special.
So what's that like?
The Who?
What's that like? playing Albert Hall.
Oh, it's magical. When I first went to London, that was one of the first buildings I wanted to see.
Yeah.
Yeah, I just kind of peeked in. They were having a show. I was like, "Have you been there?"
No, I haven't.
You look inside. It's just like beautiful.
Wow.
You stand on stage and you can't believe it.
Is that still a thing for, like, you've been doing it for a long, well, you're young, you haven't been doing it that long, but you've been doing it for a little while. So when you go into a venue, does it still get you when you stand on stage and you look out there?
Every single night. Every single night.
Yeah.
And I knock on the wood.
Okay, so you're playing with Taylor,
Yeah.
and again, the music's, you're happy with the music, you're fine with the music that you're playing?
Oh, love it.
And he's pretty rock and blues and...
Yeah.
Yeah.
He would do covers. He's like, let's do, he would just love doing old stuff from the 70s.
Oh, nice.
All that stuff I used to listen to.
Uh-huh.
And we just had a great time.
He was a good guy?
Yeah, and he actually introduced me to a lot of different, music and artists that I...
Like what? Give me one
Like he would
example.
bring it, like I know Van Morrison is, but he would just bring in this obscure Van Morrison song. I'm like, what is this? What song is this? It's a song called Naked in the Jungle. It was like some live, check it out.
I don't know it, yeah.
Yeah, and just things like that. I'm like, where did you get? And then who else did he bring in? Oh God, I have to think about it.
Okay.
You know what I mean? He would
go deep cuts.
He would go deep cuts.
Mm-hmm. And he would play the deep cuts? Would he cover the deep cuts?
Oh yeah, we would cover them.
Wow.
And he was like, I want to do this, so I would bring the song to the other guys, and it's like, I can go learn the song and come up with the version.
Okay, so now how was the audience with deep cuts?
Oh, they loved him.
They did?
Yeah, he had a loyal following.
That's really good.
Yeah.
Because I was just talking with somebody, the Wild Honey Orchestra, like they did Buffalo Springfield last year, and they did the Beach Boys the year before, and
Nice.
they only did deep cuts.
Wow.
They did 3 hours of deep cuts and no hits, and I gotta tell you, I'm ready to put pins in my ass. I need some
You
hits.
gotta give a little bit.
I need some hits. So this year they were great because
It's
this year
hard
they
to
did.
avoid Beach Boy hits too. That you really gotta dig.
You have to go. You have to try so hard. But
I know, right?
there were like no hits. But this year when they did the Kinks, they did Victoria, and they did Lola, and
Got
they did.
to.
You do. You have to.
Going out, you want to hear that. Everyone's thinking about why avoid it.
Yeah. So did Taylor cover hits as well?
Yeah. Well, we didn't take it to the streets, but only because I think he recorded that on the soundtrack.
Mm-hmm.
That was one.
Yeah.
But a lot of it in the beginning was from his first original album.
And how? I don't think I've ever
It was
heard
fun
it.
playing my song on some of the TV shows and like the Today Show and Tonight Show.
That's so great. So what's that? What's the first big talk show you did?
It would have been with Hilary, probably the Today Show.
Mm-hmm.
That was a big one.
And how about a nighttime one? I'm sure you've done Letterman and Leno.
Believe it or not, I haven't done didn't do Letterman, but Leno several times. Yeah, we did with Hilary. We did Leno.
Yeah, doing
fun.
the Tonight Show has to be fun.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
We did all that stuff.
Did you ever do a Saturday Night Live?
No.
Okay, so
Did not.
we need a Saturday Night
We
Live
need
in
that.
your resume.
Yeah.
You need that
If
happening.
anybody's listening,
Okay.
I'm available this Saturday night.
Need a Saturday Night Live. So I've done Saturday Night Live twice.
Yeah.
So, okay, so
Nice.
so you go from Taylor Hicks. What happens next?
After Taylor Hicks, I got called to audition for Roger Daltrey.
Wait a minute. What happened to all those other idols and things that were happening?
Those were on the records. I was playing with if you're talking about
But you were a musical director for like
for Taylor.
And I thought Selena and
So that all happened around so that was kind of going on. I'm trying to think. Right around when I started with Taylor, before and after. So I got called to
Selena Gomez. Wait, there's somebody
Demi
else.
Lovato.
When did you do the Demi Lovato thing?
Whenever that album came out, it was somewhere around 2006, 7, 8,
okay,
maybe 8.
I didn't realize she'd been around that long.
Maybe after Taylor.
Okay.
I don't remember the years.
So you're doing all that. those?
Putting the band together, holding auditions, crazy, big cattle call auditions. So
Wow.
I put together a band for Demi, and rehearsed the band for a long time.
And are you touring with her?
No, send them off.
You send them off.
Yeah.
You just get them
Same
together.
thing
and-
with Selena Gomez.
Okay, you
Yeah.
send them off.
Yeah.
Any trouble with the people that you were putting together? Did you ever have a
With the artists?
No, with the band, like the bands that you put together.
Every now and then.
Because you're
there'd
creating a band
Yeah.
from, they're not,
be- Yeah, so exactly. You're kind of trying to feel these
you're Dr.
guys.
Frankenstein.
That's right. And there was, I could think of one person that became an issue.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
That you had to replace on the road?
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
But for the most part, I was pretty lucky.
That is
You
lucky.
just gotta
Because you have personalities, not
It's
just...
personalities.
Mm-hmm.
I came across some amazing players that I knew wouldn't work. You know what I mean?
Yeah, you just
I'm
know.
like, you're amazing. You're never gonna fit in this band.
Yeah.
Stop talking.
Yes.
Sounds like my wedding vows.
Oh God. Okay,
Right?
so yeah, I got that. Okay, so now how do you get? Okay, so now how do the people who are putting together a band for Roger Daltrey say, "I want this guy from Taylor
No,
Hicks"?
that's not how it happened.
Okay, how does that happen?
So,
Because you got unbelievable chops, but I wouldn't think of that thinking of Taylor
Hilary
Hicks.
Duff footage?
Yeah, I don't even know. Maybe your chops show there. I'm sure they do, but I'm not going to think to look there.
From Taylor, I got to play. Taylor, I really got to play.
But who's watching that from Roger Daltrey to know that?
You're just meeting people along the way. Like, to answer your question
Okay.
for Roger,
Yeah.
a friend of mine who plays for the Eagles
Okay.
recommended me, saying, because someone called him saying, hey, I'm holding auditions for Roger Daltrey, and my friend said, you want to audition for Roger Daltrey? I'm like, well, yes.
Okay, so now you get that call.
Yeah.
You've been playing with Taylor Hicks. You've been playing.
Yeah.
You've been doing. You get the call.
Yeah.
I mean, it's making me cry
Yeah.
thinking about it.
I was crying inside.
That had to be insane.
Yeah, of course.
And for your older brother, it had to be like,
It was
what are
great.
you kidding? Yeah. Okay, so
I didn't even tell them that I was auditioning. I didn't
That
tell
was
anyone.
smart. Till you got
I
it.
didn't tell anyone.
Okay, so you go in.
So I go in and I'm walking in and I hear him playing and singing Behind Blue Eyes, just by himself.
I can't.
I know. Like off mic, I'm like, I hear that voice and I'm about to turn the corner and I'm gonna shake his hand.
Okay, so you go in there. Ooh, you go in there and you shake his hand.
Shake his hand.
And what does he have you do?
So here's a funny story. Ahead of time I got a list of like 3 or 4 songs to prepare.
Mm-hmm. They are,
One of the songs was Bob O'Reilly.
of course.
The other one was...
When you play the opening bars of that song,
So people ask me a lot about that.
okay, I just hear those opening bars and I go, great. When you play them, what does that feel like?
Well, when I play the piano, it's a rush. I mean that's the
Because
moment.
it's so iconic.
It's so iconic, yeah.
And you're starting this iconic song.
Yeah.
That's you.
I just go back to my childhood, like here I am, every time I play.
And it's you. I mean, because you're the one who opens that song.
Yeah, it's so
That's
much fun.
crazy.
Yeah.
Okay, so you go. So you meet him, and now
Yeah.
you.
No, so I'm preparing these songs,
Okay.
and
Oh, this is before your audition.
yeah.
You're gonna tell me a story. Okay.
Oh yeah, so I have this. So we're gonna play these songs. So I shredded those songs. I learned every subtle nuance of every things nobody would hear. I'm like, what is that note? I know that note. It's like just things that
So you're gonna play it exactly.
I'm gonna be ready to play it exactly.
Oh, okay.
Right? It's like
Okay.
whatever. I'm going in.
Okay.
Prepared.
Okay.
Blindfold me. I know it.
Okay. So you're prepared to play it exactly. Are you also you're always prepared to just play?
That's it.
That's
so
who
I'm
you
gonna
are.
get the prepared stuff out of the way, and
Okay.
then I'm gonna be like, all right, now let's just whatever whatever he wants to do.
Okay.
I'll be ready.
So now, do they tell you, or do you just feel it out?
In terms of
Whether to play it exactly or whether
well,
to
so
go?
that leads me to my story.
Oh,
so I
good.
prepared all these songs,
Okay.
and I spent a lot of time, many hours, learning all these subtle things. So we go in, and he decided he just wanted to jam. So we didn't play any of what I learned.
Wow.
It was great.
Wow.
And we jammed and we worked on harmonies.
So like, what did you jam on?
The blues.
Okay.
Just jam.
And so how did you do, like, what were you, like old blues? What were you singing harmonies of?
Literally, we weren't, well, the harmonies was a separate moment. We just
okay.
did, the guitar player, like, sing this note, you sing this note, let's harmonize with me, and it all worked out. So they could see that, you know, I could sing and harmonize, and then I shook his hand and said, thanks a lot, and thinking I'll never see this man again for the rest of my life.
Okay, so wait, when you're jamming though, you know that things are you know things are going well.
No, I don't know.
He's not smiling, he's not giving you that?
Yeah, I mean,
Yeah.
it was good vibes.
Yeah,
he seemed
okay.
happy.
Okay, so you're
But
leaving.
you don't
yeah.
know.
Yeah.
In my mind, I'm like, I'll never see this man again.
Okay. And what happens?
And then I got a call.
How much later?
A while. It was a while. I was like, and I even followed up. I'm like, just checking in.
Mm-hmm.
I'm like, oh yeah, I think it's gonna be you.
How, what's a while? How long you waited, approximately?
Well, for me, it felt like 10 years.
Yeah, of course.
But I think it was like 3 weeks.
Okay, that's a pretty long time.
Yeah, it was a long time.
Okay, so what's it like when you get that call?
I didn't believe it.
I can't even.
Yeah.
Because I mean, this is.
I didn't believe it until we actually, and then I got the schedule. Like, okay, here's the first rehearsal, and.
Because I mean, this is the band that I grew up. I mean,
Sure.
The Who was
Yeah, me too.
everything.
Of course.
Okay, so now you get the call.
Yeah.
You how much time do you have to prepare from the time you get the call to you going out?
We had a good amount of time, and we did.
How much
Roger
rehearsal?
really was enjoying it. It was like this. Was on an indefinite break from the Who.
Mm-hmm.
This is a new solo band,
Mm-hmm.
so he wanted to rehearse. He was in LA, and we
How
rehearsed
long?
for several weeks.
Okay.
Yeah. Several.
Did
weeks.
you feel like a band when you went out?
We did.
You did.
He loved that.
Okay,
It was-
so did
he
you
made-
know the other
Roger made
players?
I only knew. I knew who they were, but no, I didn't really know them.
Okay.
Yeah.
So did he create the vibe that made it feel like a band? Did it start with him?
It was Roger.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and he always said this. You know, that's what he just loved his band.
I mean, because
He still loves his band.
Because for him, I mean, he was the Who forever. It's more than a lifetime.
Yeah.
So was this the first band he created outside of?
I don't think
The
so.
Who?
I think
he
he had a
had bands
solo
before?
band
Okay,
many years ago.
I don't remember. I mean,
But I don't know. I mean, he has solo albums, and I'm
Yeah,
sure
that's
he
true.
toured.
That's true.
Yeah.
Okay, so
I don't know how much touring he did with his own band though, because he was.
I
always
don't
pretty
remember
active.
him being out.
There was a period there when the Who wasn't going out in the mid '80s. So.
Mhm. So the first time you hit the stage with Roger,
Incredible.
where were you? Do you remember?
Yeah, it was. Believe it or not, it was a benefit show on Treasure Island up in the Bay Area. I know, for Oracle. It was a private show.
So it was a small.
It was big. It
Oh,
was huge.
Oh.
Yeah, it was a bunch of bands.
okay.
Yeah, so we played there, and then the second show was like a benefit in someone's backyard.
So what's the first time you're like going out big with Roger?
We went on a tour. I think he called it Use It or Lose It.
Mm-hmm. Wait a minute. Was your band called No Plan B?
Yeah,
Okay.
I don't know where that came from.
Okay, this freaks me out because that was going to be the name of the show. Because
Oh,
I
you're
believe
kidding.
in No Plan B.
No
and,
Plan B.
And so I
keep
saw
meaning to
that.
ask Roger, like, where did you come up with that?
Well, I just love that because I don't believe
Yeah.
that anybody should have a Plan B.
Yeah, right.
So I love that that's the name of the band. Okay, so the first time you play, what's the first big venue that you're playing, like a concert, a Roger Daltrey concert?
So we did a bunch of, I want to say theaters.
Okay.
Just starting small for him and
Mhm.
just kind of getting used to this band. And, you know, I want to say we started in England,
Oh.
like Bournemouth or something like
Mhm.
that. I can't remember where the first real date was outside
Okay.
of those couple corporate shows.
Mhm.
But and we did the States, and we went to England, and we played Albert Hall, and then, so it was just all.
So now I'm assuming that it's all rabid Who fans who are coming to see you guys.
Oh, sure.
So now that he's doing different stuff.
Yes.
He's doing some Who stuff though.
Yeah, of course.
Yes.
But he's doing songs that the Who didn't play.
And how was the audience?
Loved it.
Hard not to love Roger
Yeah.
Daltrey.
Of course.
Okay, so now mixed in there,
Mm-hmm.
how do you start playing with it? Because this is just a great.
Yeah,
So
it's incredible.
now, when you start playing with Roger Daltrey, did you think to yourself, "Oh my God, maybe I'll become the keyboard player of the Who"?
Not for a second. I really did not know. Hey, you dream about right?
This is just too crazy
Yeah.
to think that this happens.
You
to,
can't
like,
help but think
somebody
about
from
that,
Palo
but
Alto.
I never thought that'd be a reality because I just like, oh, this is it.
Okay, so how does that start to become a thing?
So there was talk, you know, as we were on tour, that who's going to be going out? Who's going to be going out? I'm like, oh, cool.
Who was playing keyboard with the Who prior?
Rabbit. Yeah, he's been there for
Okay.
years.
And so why was he not anymore?
You'd have to ask him about that.
Okay,
Or Roger, I don't know,
okay.
but
Mm-hmm.
he's not in the band.
Okay, so, how does that call, what's that conversation? How does that happen?
So
Because that's like 3 years later or something,
exactly.
No, you
so
but you-
2010, I started with Roger.
right?
2009.
9.
Thank you.
Okay, but then there's something with the Who in 2011 before you actually joined the band.
So I
something
helped
happens.
them. I worked on the music for the Super Bowl. I putting kind of
What are you doing?
the medley together.
Okay.
So
Arranging?
Simon and I, Simon Townsend,
Mm-hmm.
we're out in
Simon Townsend.
Simon Townsend.
I'm such like a fangirl for all of this. It's just making me crazy.
Everyone's from Long Island.
Yeah, Long Island.
Long Island.
Oh, yeah. Okay, so you're doing. So you guys are
So
putting
we're
together.
putting the music. So Roger, we're on tour, and Roger is talking to me about, you know, can you help me lay this out? Can you? So I was.
Are you musical arranging for Roger
No.
Daltrey? You're not doing. There
No.
is a musical director.
That's right.
Okay.
But I'm putting. He asked me to put the music together and, you know,
What
kind of
made
edit it.
him? What made him do that? Why did he come to you for
I
that?
did a lot of that stuff in Pro Tools and cutting up music, and
How did he know that?
he saw me do it.
Okay.
Yeah,
Mhm.
he saw that I was just comfortable doing that.
Okay.
So he's like, I want to get all these songs in there. He's like, can you kind of put them, take the original audio and cut them all, splice it up so we can see what it would sound like.
Nice.
So Simon and I, we worked together on the bus, and you know, we spliced them together. And I have this there, and I'm like, well, we need this.
I have to
part.
go back and watch it. Is it on YouTube?
It is.
I have to go back and watch that.
Yeah.
Okay.
So there's cool little moments in there that.
Are you there?
No, I didn't play on it.
Did you get to go?
No,
Oh, damn it!
I know.
That would have been a cool thing. Okay, so.
I
but
didn't
you-
ask.
But you got
They
to.
probably would have.
Yeah. Okay, so now have you met Pete yet? Had you met Pete yet?
No, email. Just during that Who period.
Okay.
That was the first.
So you prepare the Super Bowl
Yeah.
set for them,
Yeah.
and then how does that escalate? What happens?
So then they do the Super Bowl, and then Roger and I are still out on tour
Mhm.
after that, and you hear about the Who tour coming up, and he says, I want you to play keyboards for the Who. And I was like, yeah, right. I literally did that to him. He's like, expect a call? I don't know.
I can't even.
Yeah.
Okay, so your parents, probably my age, are they appreciating what's happening to you?
They're like, I thought you were already in the Who. True story. Like, no, I'm not.
Come on, your father knew who the Who were.
They did.
Yeah. Okay, so
True story.
your brother had to.
Oh yeah, my sister.
They
Yeah.
had to lose their minds.
Yeah, it was great.
Okay, so now you're in the Who.
Yeah.
And what's the first thing that you do when you're? So now you get to meet Pete.
I went and grabbed a steak and martini.
Oh God, that's a good idea.
A couple martinis.
I just worship the ground that he walked. I mean,
Of course.
Pete is. That's
Yeah.
just craziness right there.
Absolutely.
Okay, so what's it like when you get to meet Pete?
Very
What's he like?
nervous.
Mm-hmm.
Just we didn't know each other. He was quiet. I was quiet.
Is he kind of deaf? I've heard he's kind of deaf.
No.
He's
it's
not? That's a
more-
fallacy?
Yeah, it's
Okay.
not. It's
Overstated?
Overstated.
Okay.
It's exaggerated a bit.
Mm-hmm.
They both have hearing loss, of course.
Who doesn't,
Exactly.
you know, I will. Yeah.
So we played. I'm trying to think.
How much rehearsal did you have with the Who?
So we started with Quadrophenia tour. That was the first Who tour. I know. So I learned Quadrophenia. So you know, I did.
Note by note.
Yeah, I mean, I programmed since and learned all the parts. So I came in again totally prepared.
And
So-
then did they let you just? Do you go off that with them, or do you stay true to it?
You mean in terms of the arrangements?
Yeah, I mean, are you playing note for note on Quadrophenia?
Yeah,
You pretty much
there are
are.
specific parts
Yeah,
that
yeah, you
that
have
need to
to.
be there that
Yeah.
I'm learning. But I'm embellishing on some of the
You
like
are.
drowned and 515, of course.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So we go out there, we practice, and you know he can tell
You got
know,
your chops.
I got all that going on, and
Yeah.
so there was it was good. It was quiet, and then we started the tour. Everything was great, and still not much interaction. You know, probably feeling me out, and then several weeks go by, and I've never really talked to him, and then all of a sudden he goes, "Loren," and he gives me a big hug. Like it was like welcome. You know what I mean?
Wow.
I know. It was great.
Was that like a seminal moment? I mean, like
This is really nice. It's just like it was like he was welcoming me in the band.
So he had to kind of get his feet
He
with
didn't
you.
know me. He didn't know me. That's all
Mhm.
it was.
And so then
He was
after
very
that,
nice, and he's sounds great. He was
after
he
that
told me I was
moment,
in the
does
right
the
direction.
relationship change?
we just get to know each other.
So do you like hang?
With Pete?
Yeah, I mean,
We hang at amongst everyone else in catering. He's
Mhm.
super friendly. He loves being on the road. We're
Does
out
he
there.
really
We're out
still?
there, and then he needs a break.
Right.
You know.
So like, how long do you go out for with who?
Well, on and off, we'll go out for a year or so, year plus.
But then when
We'll
you
take
go
long breaks. We'll go out for like 6 weeks, come home for a
Okay.
couple months, and go.
Mm-hmm.
We're not out for a huge long stretch.
And you're not doing like one nighters when you're with the Who. You're doing like you're doing 4 days, and you're doing, I would imagine, chunks of time in venues. No, or do you not?
Say that again.
So like if you're going out with the Who, like you're
Yeah.
doing like 4 nights at Madison Square Garden or something. You're not just doing
We
one
don't
night.
do a lot of that. No, it's a lot
No?
of one nights.
Right.
Yeah,
Really?
every
It's
night.
supposed
Yeah,
to- Okay.
we did a residency in Vegas. That was a few weeks, but
What's that like?
it's the
What?
shows are great.
But what kind of people are coming to see the Who in Vegas? Is it people like me, or is
Yeah,
it like
you get a lot of diehards, and then you got a lot of lottery
people from
winners.
the yeah.
Wherever.
Yeah.
But there's very few of those. Most people they're
Diehards.
yeah, they know who are.
Yeah.
Want to come see the show.
What kind of venue is it? How big is
Caesars,
Yeah.
yeah, like where Elton plays.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Yeah. Oh, that's so weird that whole thing is happening.
Yeah.
I
So.
still can't kind of wrap my head around that. But kind of nice for you to be in one place, and right? Is it good to play Vegas?
Yeah, no, I like being one. It's convenient. It's
Mhm.
nice. Everything's just stay set up, and you go out there and play, and
So, what's been the greatest Who gig you've done? Would you say, like, favorite Who gigs that you've done?
some of those big festivals. I mean, I have to say the Desert Trip was amazing. You familiar with that one?
Oh yeah,
Yeah,
I didn't go, but
it was unbelievable.
okay. So
Everybody
Bob
was
Dylan,
incredible.
Paul McCartney,
Mhm.
you guys. Who else? There's one more.
Neil Young, Roger Waters. There's another one.
There was more.
We said the Stones, right?
Oh
Stones.
no, right, of course. Okay, so now they changed up the order.
No, I don't
No?
think it's the same order 2
Okay.
weekends in a row.
Okay,
Yeah.
so where were you guys in the order?
I think we were.
What
After-
night? Who did you play with on your
I
day?
know Roger Waters was with us, and
Mhm.
then maybe Dylan. I can't remember the order. Or Neil
Maybe
Young.
Dylan.
Or Neil Young.
So what?
I don't book it.
What a crazy
That was crazy,
lineup
yeah.
that is.
And we did a similar festival out in England. We did Hyde Park, which was insane. What's the other big one that we did out in England in the country? Glastonbury.
So now you walk out, and how many people are out there in those huge?
Glastonbury was pretty big.
What are we talking? I have no clue.
I mean, I'm 100,000 plus. I know that.
Okay, so now
Similar to like when we went, like we did Rock in Rio, which was, I don't know, what is that?
I
Like half
know.
a million? I don't even know. It's just literally a sea. You see people like in Glastonbury, you see like these little stick figures up on the mountain.
So
Like talking about what's this kid from Palo Alto doing here?
what does that feel like when you walk out and you're looking
It's
at
a
that?
rush.
Do you take a picture with your phone?
Sometimes.
You
yeah,
have to,
I
right?
do, yeah.
It's like that's just crazy right
Yeah,
there.
I love it. Yeah.
And do you still love like playing a club?
Oh yeah, I love it. Yeah.
And do you do that still?
Just on my own?
Yeah.
with my friends with that band. What are they called? Not Crab Guts.
Menudo?
No, come on.
Are they
Pete.
still out?
What was the band that you were talking about before? That you have a friend.
Crab guts?
Crab Guts.
Oh,
Yeah.
very good.
Not grab. No, grab.
Grab nuts.
So you'll still go out and play in a club.
Oh yeah, I mean, go out with friends. I love doing that. Going and playing a bunch of covers and with your friends and oh yeah, I love it.
So how much of your life are
It's
you
so
on
funny,
the
so-
road, and how much are you home?
I think it's half and half.
Mm-hmm. And so when you're home, what's your life when you're home?
I'm writing. I'm always doing some music. It's a new licensing company, and I'm just doing some
So you get
Tracks
music
for-
out there.
getting music out there. You name it.
What's
I'll play with other artists sometimes for fun, and play with some other people. You know.
like
I'm
who?
always- right now I'm doing a bunch of stuff with Rita Wilson.
Okay, so I haven't heard her yet, but
Oh,
I've heard
she's
really
great.
good. I've heard really good things.
Great songs.
Really?
Yeah, really
Who
well
writes the
written.
songs? She does.
Well,
No.
she collaborates with
Okay.
some great writers.
Okay.
Well,
And you're collaborating with her?
Well, I'm her keyboard player.
You are her
Yeah.
keyboard player.
But she does some of these songwriters in the round.
Uh-huh.
You get like songwriters that come out and they play their songs,
Uh-huh.
which is so special. Like we did one with Philly Steinberg, who wrote oh my God,
I don't know who that is.
he's massive.
Okay.
Huge songs in the '80s, especially.
Mm.
Yeah,
And so,
like a Virgin and
oh wow,
Cyndi Lauper's what's it called?
girls just want to have fun.
No,
What?
the ballad.
Oh,
True Colors. I mean, just so we'll play them.
so playing
Serious
with Rita.
songwriters.
What kind of venues are you playing with Rita?
It varies. Like we'll do an outdoor festival.
Oh, really?
We'll do a club.
Okay,
We'll
that I
do-
would
Yeah.
picture.
We have a lot of clubs for sure.
Mhm. How often do you do that?
It varies. When I'm home, like
Mhm.
I have 3 more coming up next month with her.
Here in
Yeah,
LA?
before I head out.
Oh, where are you playing? Pete, we
wait.
have to go see Rita
Yeah,
for
no.
Loren.
No, Vegas and San Francisco,
Oh, okay.
and then we're doing a TV show.
So now, what's it like when Mr. Rita comes by?
Oh, he's fantastic.
He's like one of the
He
coolest
doesn't come
people.
around enough.
Yeah,
I wish he
he's-
would.
He is, I think, maybe the most grounded movie
I
star
know.
on the planet. He just strikes me as such.
We did a show at the Canyon Club in LA
Oh yeah.
some time ago now, but
Mm-hmm.
he was heckling the whole time. It's just-
Was,
and you
was
just
really?
hear that voice, and everyone knows. Yeah.
Oh, that's
She's talking
fabulous.
about this song about how it was about like an ex-boyfriend, from so long ago. So it's like this song about Brad, my first boyfriend. I hate Brad, and you hear that Tom Hanks voice, and everyone's just losing, and she's cracking up.
That's
And
fabulous.
then he'll keep mentioning his name throughout the night. What about Brad? It's like Forrest, shut up.
That's
Right.
funny.
That's fabulous.
So that's it.
So who else are
That's
you?
my life.
Who else? Is there anybody else, or does that keep you busy? The Who and Rita.
Yeah, no, those are that right now. That's kind of
Your thing.
in my music books and whatever. I love to play music
Do you teach?
a little bit.
You're too
I don't-
busy to teach.
Yeah, that's just it. I haven't
Mhm.
taken on a lot of students, but
Okay, so now your son. You have a son who plays
piano.
When did he start playing? How old?
7.
Okay, so now was that something you encouraged, or was that something he asked for?
I started with piano lessons, and he loved it. Took to it right away.
Does he have a gift?
Oh yeah.
So he's at a music school.
So much better than
currently.
I am. He's really good.
Oh, come on.
Oh yeah. He's great.
What's his?
Well, he
what's
started
his
playing
thing?
classical music.
Okay.
I feel really funny just stroking him.
It's very Austin Powers.
That's what it is.
It
John
is.
Gabor. It's very awesome.
It is.
$1 billion.
It is. Yeah.
Is people still with us here?
Yeah. We still. I'm looking at.
You're like, no, we stopped going live 20 minutes ago.
Okay, so Faith Prince.
I'm doing a watch party on and people are watching through my page.
Get
through
out
you.
of here! I love that, but I just noticed Faith Prince. Hi, Faith. Faith is a Broadway star, and
Oh, wow.
she's won a Tony Award.
Oh my God!
She was in
Hi.
A Person Can Develop a Cold. I'm totally Guys and Dolls.
Oh my
And
God!
she's Adelaide. She was
Best musical ever.
She's Faith Prince is phenomenal. I love it.
Dun 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 dun.
Bet that he's doing it for yeah. There you go.
Dun, dun, dun,
You don't want me
dun,
singing.
dun, dun.
So
It's my
your
favorite music.
son, what's his? So he started out playing classical. What's his thing now? What kind of music is he into?
Rock and roll, the Beatles, Billy Joel.
I love
I
that.
don't know where he got that from.
I don't know where. So is he in a band?
No, nope. Just doing his own thing, playing
Okay.
guitar, having fun.
Playing guitar too?
Mm-hmm.
Do you play other instruments?
A little bit of guitar, but
You're a keyboard player.
I'm a keyboard player.
Mhm.
Yeah.
So if you had your druthers, I see you're having like a whole love affair
Throw some
going
people
on.
out. Sorry.
Oh no, it's sweet.
It's really we're not like this all the time.
If you we're not like this all the time.
Not in public.
Yeah, right.
So if you had your druthers, if you could do anything next, I mean your life's pretty damn wonderful.
I'm so blessed. You know what?
Hard not to
Everything's
appreciate everything you've got going on.
Yeah.
But if there was a next chapter that you could write, what would you write?
Oh man, that's a tough one.
I mean,
Because I really love what I do.
and I love that. And being here now is great. But
Yeah.
there's also something about, because the Who aren't gonna play forever.
They're not.
Although you know what? Maybe they are. Maybe they will. They certainly can.
Don't give me bad news.
No, they certainly can. I mean, I can remember when Mick Jagger was making fun of playing at 40,
Right.
and look at Mick.
Hope I die
So-
before I get old.
Yeah, I mean, look at Mick. I mean, all of these got.
They're all
Roger,
they're
Pete,
all
they're
amazing.
crazy.
They're crazy.
And
Roger's
they
like
still,
a specimen.
He still looks
amazing.
amazing, and he still sounds amazing.
Sounds better than ever.
It's
He sounded amazing last week when we did this cruise ship. It's like man.
and then
No
Pete's
joke.
still doing the.
Yeah, they're incredible. You know,
Does
whoever
he
hasn't
still?
seen
Does
it,
he still jump?
he's doing the slide on his knees across the stage at the end of Won't Get Fooled Again on the last tour.
I can't.
I'm like, I would not do
How does he do that?
that. And I'm young.
Yeah.
How does we know you're just a kid? How does he do that?
I have no idea. I don't even understand it.
I don't understand.
What is he, 73? 72? I know.
That's
Like,
just-
why would you even put yourself through that?
Come on, they can't do that at 80. No,
With a walker.
That would be.
it's crazy.
Tennis balls on the bottom sliding.
Oh my God, Pete's a guitar player. I mean, that's crazy.
Uh-huh.
Could you do that, Pete?
I
Play
do it
guitar?
now.
Do
You slide across the stage?
Sure. Yeah, in between punchlines. Yeah.
right.
So yeah, Pete's the rock and comic.
I have
so
to see your act.
you do. Okay, so but if you could, let's say the Who are going to play forever and Rita's going to play forever, but you have this other little side thing that you're going to do. Like, would you ever aspire to having the Loren Gold band, like your thing?
I haven't. It's not something I've always wanted to do.
Okay.
You know, I like playing music with my friends a lot. I like songwriting a lot. I like collaborating.
What kind of songs do you write? What's your what genre?
I never know how to answer that. You know, I write.
Do you write pop?
Yeah, I write pop.
Mm-hmm.
You know.
Mm-hmm.
So, but I love playing these great venues with these great artists. You know, I have no complaints. I never was the singer-songwriter trying to do my own band.
So you are living the life. You have manifested your dreams.
Yeah, there's not too much pressure on me, and I can have a lot of fun. And
Is it still fun?
oh yeah, I mean, I look at the set list every night. I'm like, holy shit, this doesn't suck.
Jesus Christ.
So yeah.
Yeah, playing
That's
all
it.
that iconic music is just crazy.
I know, it's good.
So when do you go back out?
May,
And where are you going?
we're doing the States. We're playing with an orchestra.
Nice.
Yeah, and David Campbell is doing the arrangements.
Are you going to be in LA?
We're doing 2 nights at the Hollywood Bowl.
Pete,
Awesome. We're there.
we have to.
There you go.
We have to. Oh my God, the Hollywood Bowl is the perfect.
Yeah.
Perfect.
Yeah, 2 nights. Yeah, we're playing some great venues. Fenway Park.
Oh.
I know. And we're playing Wembley.
Are you?
I
You
know.
playing New
the
York?
Stadium. We're playing Madison Square Garden.
Cleveland?
I don't know.
What's it like playing
Maybe.
Madison Square Garden the first
It's
time?
great. That was another one. That was like
That it doesn't get much more iconic than that.
exactly
What's the first? Who'd you play that with the first time?
Hilary Duff.
Wow.
I know.
Wow. And all the screaming.
Oh my God, he was
Girls.
shrieking. She used to say there was a point she would turn around. She would say something. I can't remember. She would introduce a band, or she'd say something, and the crowd would just go crazy. And she would stop. She'd be like, "Loren, is that loud enough?" And I'd be like, "No." And it was deafening. And then she's like, "Loren doesn't think that was loud enough." And then they would just really.
Oh my God.
Like literally, and like.
Jesus.
I know.
That's really fun, and I love the
It was
fact
fun.
that you have a loving attitude towards all of this stuff that you've done, and you don't look down on it, you don't judge it, you
Love
enjoy
it. I
it.
love all the artists I've played with. You know, it's just been great.
I love that.
Yeah.
So it sounds like there's not a lot more to aspire to beyond. It's like you're doing. See, this is the
I need
show.
a new set of golf clubs.
You can probably afford to do that. This show used to be called The Road Taken. I had to change it because people would go the road not taken, the road less traveled. But the idea of it was to talk with people who were living their dream and who managed to manifest it. And you are the embodiment of that, which is extremely inspiring. Can you think of to help people who are out there still trying to do it? Why do you think this happened for you? Do you have any idea? Some people say, perseverance meets opportunity. I did everything I had to. Were you driven? Were you? Did you practice 90 hours a day?
Right.
Why do you think?
I think because I just stuck with it. I didn't, and I went through years where nothing was happening.
Oh, come on.
Well, you know what I mean. You're just you're waiting for a break, something. So there was a lot of that. Yeah.
You were a messenger.
I was teaching piano lessons, and people wouldn't show up, and driving over to their house, and they're like, "Little Cindy's not home. She forgot about her lesson."
And then you don't get paid?
I would charge them.
Okay, yeah.
But it's just I was like, this sucks.
I know that well.
Sitting in traffic, and I did.
You paid your dues.
Absolutely.
Okay, because right now it just sounded like a cakewalk all the way through.
No.
Okay, so
I definitely paid my dues.
Okay.
Uh-huh.
And through that time, how much did you really practice? I mean, when you were
Not more than anyone else.
Really?
I wasn't shredding all day long. I mean, I was, had a day job and stuff like that. I would play a lot, for sure. But
do you still play a lot?
yeah, I do.
Every day?
A little bit. I play something every day if I can. There's periods on the road where, if we have a day off, I can't get to a piano or something like that. So I try to. especially getting ready for a tour and practicing a lot right now.
Do you have to I mean, you're a skinny dude, but I mean, do you have to get strong? Do you need endurance? I would imagine you need endurance when you're going out on tour.
I try to do that anyways for health reasons, so I'm just ready, want to be in good shape and healthy.
You don't pump it up when you're going out on tour?
Define pump it up. And cut.
That's what the dog's in his lap.
Exactly.
Jesus.
And cut.
Well, I'm fangirl. I'm in awe that you are living the life that you are living. It's so thrilling to see somebody come, to start out with Hilary Duff and do the tail, and to end up with The Who is just mind-boggling to me.
Yeah.
It would be like playing with the Beatles. I mean, it just doesn't get any bigger than this. It's
but like I said, I definitely paid my dues and put in time and but I was ready for it. When that opportunity came, I was professional and.
Okay, so what about that? Can you share with people about the things that makes Pete, after a few weeks, come over and give you a hug? That he feels so.
I think I was prepared. I didn't get in anyone's way.
And you kind of waited for him to come to you. You're not trying to be his friend.
I'm prepared. I listen. I'm just not making a scene. I'm doing my job, being ready for anything.
Always on time.
Always on time.
Never sick.
Try not to be.
What happened? Yeah. Have you ever missed a gig because you were sick?
No.
There you go.
No.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
Well, for those of you out there who
are sick,
I hope you feel better. If you're in LA, I hope you're coming with me and Pete to the Hollywood Bowl to see The Who, because I'm getting. I hope there's still tickets. I didn't know that you guys were coming to the Hollywood Bowl, but I want to go. We gonna go?
Yeah, we're going.
We have to go.
Right.
I'm excited. I also want to see Rita Wilson. I think that would be a trip.
You need to meet her too, because she is.
I would love to meet her.
The sweetest.
Rita Wilson is the reason why My Big Fat Greek Wedding became a thing. You know that, right?
I don't think I know the story.
Okay, so she read the book.
Yeah.
And she fell in love with it.
Right.
And she's Greek.
Right.
And she brought it to Tom, and they made that happen.
Okay,
that's all because of them. That might be. So I have this little book called "Don't Jump: Sex, Drugs, Rock and Roll, and My Fucking Mother," and I would love Rita to decide that I'm going to give you that.
Oh, great!
That's like it's rock and roll, very rock and roll from New York in the 80s,
I love
90s.
By the way, there's been some questions. There's been some questions, but Loren, you've already answered them. Along the way, you were answering them.
Covered a lot.
Wait.
But watching from a lot of the comments on my feed as well, a lot of people are just extremely engaged in what you're saying, and that's
nice.
That's awesome. And they have been commenting about you petting the dog.
Well, what is Patrick saying
that's
there?
Really wrong. I don't know why I'm doing this.
What is Patrick Reese saying? I'm trying to see his. Thank you, Loren, for spending time with Vicki and the Vic Cats. Peter, you a Vic Cat?
I am tonight.
I guess you are. He's saying it's wonderfully inspirational to see someone attain their goals and still remain humble and comfortable with their success. So wonderful to see. No, but it's true. You have tremendous. You're very comfortable in your skin, which is really nice to see. And you're also not full of yourself. It would be very easy, I would think, to get a gig like that and to get a little. I know people who've had lesser gigs and gotten pretty full of themselves. So it is nice to see. Pete, thank you so much for doing this.
Got it.
And Loren, I knew you're not at all I think we spoke 2 words at the end. And I feel
Thanks
like
for having me do this. Thanks for asking me to do it.
It's my pleasure, and I feel like I've known you forever.
Yeah, well, you're so good at what you do.
Thank you. This was really
very
easy.
Very easy, natural.
You made it really easy. Thank you so much. Thank you. So next week, this is going to be really crazy. Okay, so we have Josh Sussman, who was from Glee, and the Wizards of Waverly Place. Yeah. And he was in Tangent. Do you know?
Selena. I mean, my artist was on that.
Okay, cool.
Selena
so
Gomez.
Josh is the guy with the, like, Larry from the Three Stooges kind of hair.
Okay.
He's kind of wild-looking guy, and he was a regular in Glee for a few years.
Okay.
And Josh is just a really cool guy. So Josh is going to be here next week. And finally, and then after that, do you know Rob Bonfiglio? Rob is the musical director for Wilson Phillips, and he's out with Brian Wilson. He did the last tour, and he's married to Connie Wilson, and he's a phenomenal. He was in the Wild Honey Orchestra, and he's a phenomenal. He has a phenomenal CD out right now. He's pretty amazing.
Okay.
So Rob is going to be here in 2 weeks, and then Steve Ferroni will. Do you know Steve?
Of course.
Okay, so Steve,
we actually have not met.
Oh, really?
I love Steve, of course.
Steve's a monster.
Yes.
Steve was supposed to do the show a few weeks ago,
Remember that?
and you forgot. Yeah, right. That was when I first met you. He kind of forgot.
Oh, was that tonight?
And he literally waited until the second we went off the air, and he wrote me. He went, "Oh shit! Oh shit! Oh shit! Oh shit!" So I said, "Get on the Facebook and publicly say that you forgot, please," because it made me look like I was making it up. Anyway. So he'll finally be with us.
Oh, nice.
So there'll be that.
That's good.
And so we'll see you next week with Jeff Sussman. No, Jeff Sussman is my friend. With Josh. I have a friend, Jeff Sussman. With Josh Sussman. And thanks again, Lauren.
Of course. Thank you. It was great. I loved it.
I'm so happy.
Gonna play?
Thank you, Pete. Huh?
Gonna play us out?
Oh, you have to play us out.
Yeah.
But
No, you have to play us out.
What?
Will you play that Queen song or something?
I don't remember that.
Okay, we'll do something you remember. Thank you, Pete.
Sure.
I don't know what to play. What do they want me to play?
What do they want? Well, by the time they finally answer, we'll have to wait too long.
Freebird.
Freebird?
No, don't play Freebird. Do not. Don't.
Now
don't.
I play it.
No, you can't do that.
Something original.
Oh yeah, how about something original?
Oh, don't put me in the spot. I have to think about it. See, I can never think
Okay,
about
have a Queen's. Come on, you have to be able to play a Queen's.
No. We were talking so much about the Beatles. Who else were we talking about?
The Stones.
The Stones. Elton John.
Elton John. Billy Joel.
Billy Joel.
Anything.
Anything.
You cannot come up with one song. So tasty.
Oh, thank you.
The flourishes that you add on your own are just delightful.
Having fun.
Thank you so much, Loren Gold.
Thank you.
We will see you at the Hollywood Bowl.
Yes.
With The Who.
Playing Goodbye Yellow Road.
Oh, I cannot wait. And thanks again, Pete. And we'll see you all next week. Take care.
Thanks,
Bye.
everyone.